Hi everyone, in today's video we are making vanilla cake. It's really tough to get right, however, I think I've got the perfect recipe. You only need 1 bowl and 8 ingredients. Coming right up. Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Amy from Neurotic Mom Bakes, and I have been working on a new and improved vanilla cake recipe. For whatever reason, vanilla cake is the hardest one to get just right, with the rise perfect and the sides perfect. It's a tricky one, and I don't know why. So I have tweaked it and experimented with different ingredients, and I think I've got it down. So you only need 8 ingredients. They're all basic staples that you should probably have in your pantry already, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. Okay, so we're just gonna start with 1 cup of unsalted butter that is at room temperature. You just want it slightly softened, but not melty. And then to that, we are going to add 3 cups of granulated sugar. And I'm just gonna cream this together. You can do it in a stand mixer or with a hand mixer. We've got that cream together. Next, I'm going to add 6 eggs. It's best if your eggs are at room temperature because it will give a better rise in the oven. However, if you forget, like I always do, just get a bowl of warm water and stick your eggs in there for like 5 minutes until they are room temperature. Okay, I've got my 6 eggs here, and I'm just going to crack them into the bowl. 6, okay, we're just gonna mix them in like 2 at a time, or 3. And then I'm gonna put the last 3 in, plus a tablespoon of vanilla. Now mix this well until it's nice and light and fluffy. All right, that is very well mixed. Okay, next for the dry ingredients, we are going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And the correct way to measure flour is just to kind of stir it a little bit, get some air in it, and then spoon lift it into your measuring cup, and then level it off. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now I'm going to add 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1, 2½, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna mix this just a little bit. I'm not gonna get it fully mixed. Right about there. At this point, I'm going to add 1½ cups of milk. Again, this is probably a little better at room temperature, but when I made it earlier, I used cold and it was fine. 1½ cups of milk. So I'm gonna pour that in, and then I'm going to mix it until it's just almost combined, and I'm gonna finish it off by hand, because you don't wanna overmix at this point. That's good. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, I've got my spatula here. I'm just going to kind of fold everything together until there are no patches of flour left. Just get underneath, make sure you have everything underneath, and that's it. I think perfect, we're ready. Okay, this is going to make, depending on how full you fill them, at least 4 6-inch rounds or 3 8-inch rounds. However, today I'm just gonna do 3 6-inch rounds because I'm gonna save the rest for a project I have later. So to prep your pans, What I'm gonna do is I'm going to spray them with some cooking spray first, the bottom. And then I'm going to line them with some parchment. I only do this with my vanilla cake. There's a lot of sugar in this, so it caramelizes, and so it tends to stick to the pan more than like my chocolate or my pumpkin cake recipes. So I've got those lined. I'm gonna spray them again with the cooking spray generously. And then they're ready to go. Now, a couple things of note about this cake batter. If you wanna just put the batter in the pans and put them in the oven, they're going to be fine. However, because of that sugar, the sides are gonna caramelize a little bit and turn a little bit brown, which I have no problem with. They taste delicious, they're easy to decorate. If you don't want that, you can buy baking strips and wrap them around your pan and then put them in the oven, and that will just keep it a lighter color. Or if you don't have baking strips and you don't want that caramelized brown color, you can refrigerate your layers until they're nice and cool, and then just use a serrated knife to kind of cut that off around. And that's a good idea to do if you're coloring your batter, then you can see the color on the sides a little bit better. But I'm just gonna go with it like this. I'm going to fill these about halfway full. So these are 2-inch high rounds. So I'm gonna fill them until they're almost an inch full, about halfway up. And they will go into a 325-degree oven for around 28 to 35 minutes, just depending on your oven. And ovens are so different, so you just need to watch it until it's just light golden brown on top. And then when you insert a toothpick, it comes out clean. Just so I have them nice and uniform. This is a step that is not necessary, but if you want them exactly uniform, you can get a scale, a food scale. I just wanna make sure, I want them to be about 600 grams with the pan. Okay, those are pretty even. I'm just gonna kind of drop them a little bit, and they're ready to go in the oven. Okay, they're out of the oven, and I'm so pleased with how they look. Look at that perfect dome on top. It hasn't sunk down in the middle. It has a light golden color, and it's so pretty. Vanilla cakes are so hard to get right, and I'm really happy with this recipe. So after these come out of the oven, you're going to want to let them cool in the pan for about 10 minutes. And then to get them out of the pan, again, these are a little more tricky because of that caramelization. I will just get my flat spatula and I will just carefully run it. Okay, we're just gonna gently turn this upside down. Peel this off. And there is my beautiful vanilla cake layer. Now I recommend baking your cake layers ahead of time because you want to decorate chilled or frozen cake layers. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna let these cool completely and then wrap them and put them in the freezer, and you are good to go. Whenever you're ready to decorate a cake, you just pull them out and start decorating. All right, there we have it, my vanilla cake layers, a recipe that I have tweaked over and over and over until I've gotten it just right. And I think I've finally done it. You will not regret making these because not only are they easy, they are extremely delicious. If you would like to see more recipes and tutorials just like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you here next time.